Oh, get honest with yourself. Hey, it's Maria Quattrone, and you gotta be honest with yourself. Not every day is gonna be the best day. Today I got up, I had great intentions for the day. I wrote them down, I journaled, I had some positive video I watched this morning and ate breakfast. I did some work, and then I started to get ready, and I felt sick. I don't know, my stomach hurt. I got like really tired and I actually had to lay down for half an hour this morning. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know if it was stress. I'm not really sure, but I became like an hour and a half um, behind in my day. And when that happens, can't beat ourselves up. You got to get honest with ourselves and give ourselves grace because stuff happens. And I had this whole plan of making all these reach outs. I did my follow up, but I wanted to make a new reach out for people I haven't talked to in a while. It didn't happen. I literally ran out of time. I ran out of time to do the stuff that I wanted to do. We can't make any more time. So when I say get honest with yourself, get honest with yourself about what you can really accomplish in a day and look for what may come as putting a fire out, or in my case, getting not feeling well. I had massive pains in my stomach. I was doubled over to the point where I was like, I had no idea what was going on. And you know what? I didn't eat anything unordinary this morning that I wanted heavy that I don't eat. So I'm not really sure what was going on. But I want to talk about this tonight because I think a lot of times we get down on ourselves when we don't hit what we're supposed to do, and we have our best intentions in line. And I made the commitment, and I had best intentions in my heart to do it and to make it. So now what I have to do is I am going to not have to. I do have to, but I'm not using those words. I'm going to find the time in other places this week to make up what I wasn't able to do today. And that's the part about commitment that I want to bring up is that, okay, so it didn't get done today, so it has to get done. So you have to look at like how many hours you really have in a week. You sleep, you play somewhat, uh, you waste time doing nonsense. And I say waste time, I mean non-productive, busy work that we should take off our plate and somebody else should be doing it, but we're still doing it. So really like looking at that and saying, okay, looking at the day and saying, well, what could go wrong? I need to have an hour or 2 hours of time set aside for if something goes sideways, which I didn't have planned in my schedule. I was like, plan, book, this to that, to this to that. And this today reminded me that I need to give a little bit more flex time there. And it happened to me actually yesterday too. Somehow I was booked 2 podcasts in one day, which I cannot do during the work week. Cannot do 2 podcasts. And one of them was really long. It was actually one of the most amazing podcasts I've had, but it actually ended up being like 2 podcasts. So now I'm super behind. So we have to take in consideration that shit stuff is going to happen and allow that time in the schedule. Because if we don't, then we start to feel behind. We start to get in overwhelmed. And that does no good for anything. So when I say get honest with yourself, I mean get honest about what really can be accomplished in a day and get the most important things out of the way first. Brian Tracy calls it eat that frog. So eat that frog. Eat the most important things, get them out of the way first. And the hardest things, get those out of the way first. And your top 5 things, get those out of the way first. And then all else, it is what it is. But to move each day forward, we have to be honest with ourselves of where we are. And shit comes up. So that's my message for today. Stuff happens. Just be honest with yourself and give yourself grace and know that next day will be here and be able to make it up during the week. And it might be 2 hours on Saturday that I have to make up that wasn't able to get done today. So be it. But that's the choice that I made. And I'm going to stick to the commitments that I made come hell or high water. And I wish the same for you. I wish the same of looking at things from a big picture and not just a little daily day to day. You have to look at the dailies, but you have to look at the big picture and where can you move things around if needed be. So with that, have a great night, everybody, and be the solution. Remember, we are independently, all of us, the solution. So be the solution.